You don't know what life is like until you almost don't have it.
Look who's here! I'm gonna get a sandwich hug.
Oh yeah, hang on. We need a big group.
Oh.
Big group hug.
Oh, they're waiting for you. Yeah.
The return of Straight Nate. Hi, Straight Nate. There she is. Come on in, Nate. Come on, Nate.
All right, I gotta go this way.
Nate, 10 million people waiting over here. Hi, Nate.
He's crying. He's hugging. It's so
nice.
Nate. Oh, Nate. Hi. Oh, my God. Elvis, you get that banana ready.
Where's my hug, bitch?
Oh.
My sweetheart. You sit down. Yes. Sit down. Nate's here.
Yes.
And he looks hot with his beard.
You
What's
look
up?
good, Nate.
Yeah, you look good all unkempt.
Hi, everybody.
So, Nate, what's new?
I'm alive. I'm alive.
You look awesome.
Thanks.
You
look awesome. You smell good too. You bathed?
I did. Showers don't feel as good as when you get out of the hospital after 17
And you're wearing
days.
a nice Mr. Rogers cardigan.
Yeah,
And I brought you a banana. I thought we can bump bananas.
Oh, here, I'll bump your banana any day.
Now, don't think that because you had a near-death experience that I'm going to put out.
You know what, Elvis? If you're not going to give it to me now, I'll never get it. So,
what does that mean?
I don't know. A lot of things I'm going to say probably won't make sense because my brain is still kind of
like that.
catching up.
No. Now you know how we've all become successful on the radio.
Yes.
We have that little
No
piece of our brain that just doesn't work anymore. All right, so
yeah.
Tell you what, let's do sound with Garrett, and when we come back on the next break, let's get it all out there. Can we do that?
I'm okay with that.
All right.
You got some new dad jokes for us? New dad lines?
I probably will. They'll just come out naturally.
Because these brain injuries are aging your vocabulary.
Yes, yeah. But you're running late, I think. I don't, do we change?
We're still 10 minutes early.
Oh, we are? Oh, sorry. I'm a little confused. I did just have another stroke, so give me a break.
Oh, my God.
By the way, I'm not even 40. I had another stroke. Who does this happen to?
I mean, but what are the odds? Look how lucky you are.
I'm so happy to be here, Elvis. Everybody, I just, you don't know what life is like until you almost don't have it. And
you have
I know, and I'm so happy to be here. So.
And you had sex again?
Yeah, I had to.
Well, isn't that what got you into this trouble to begin with?
You wouldn't believe how scared I was having it again.
Okay, let's just tell the story. So how many weeks ago was this?
It was 4 weeks ago today.
Okay, 4 weeks ago today. Yeah. Look, I don't want to be disrespectful to Heather, but you were having sexual relations with someone. We're assuming it's her.
Yes.
Okay.
I was having coitus with my girlfriend.
Oh, there's the old man.
There we go.
Yes.
And I finished
sorry.
my part of the transaction. And
not a transaction.
As soon as I got up and I started to get changed or whatever I was doing and cleaned up whatever. It felt like somebody was pouring lead into my brain. And all of a sudden it felt like somebody was just grabbing my brain. And I've never felt pain like that in my entire life. And anybody that's had a migraine, I can assure you it's a million times worse than anything. And I'm pretty good with pain. But I laid down and I grabbed my head and I yelled for Heather to get me like a Tylenol because I'm not thinking clearly. And I just think, I just have a headache. I'm dehydrated, whatever. And so she runs in the 30 seconds it takes her to get a glass of water and a Tylenol. The pain has ratcheted up a million times on the pain scale. And so I'm like writhing in pain, grabbing my head. I chug the water she hands me. And then I have this urge to vomit, which I haven't thrown up in 15 years. So I'm not thinking clearly. And I stumble to the bathroom, which is the last time I walked for the next 4 days, I think. And proceeded to get sick in the bathroom. And at this point, Heather knew something was terribly wrong. So I'm not thinking clearly. And I think, I have food poisoning, right? Because when you have something like this, you don't think it could happen to you. So you're trying to rationalize and think, I had bad yogurt. This happened. I had a chicken wing that was whatever. So I'm starting to lose awareness. And then she says she's calling the ambulance, of which I think I argued, and then I finally relented, and the next thing I know, There's paramedics in the bathroom.
And you're like in the bathtub at this point?
I'm next to the bathtub. The way our bathroom is set up, the toilet, it's kind of like an alley, and the toilet's at the end, and the bathtub's right next to it. So there's no room to move.
I love how they do that, by the way. Putting a toilet right next to the bathtub.
Yeah.
It's convenient.
Yeah. So being a former EMT, I'm like, this is the worst spot for me to be in, because the paramedic's trying to get an IV into my arm because he realizes the situation isn't that good to get me fluids, and I'm just sweating so profusely that in the instant he wipes off my chest to put on one of the leads to see what my heart's doing, it just falls right off because I'm sweating so badly. He cuts my shirt off. I'm there, and I'm just not aware. They put me on the stretcher. I'm going to the hospital in the ambulance, and then he says, I think we're pulling into the hospital, but I remember the vehicle stopping, and I remember hearing the paramedic say, because my eyes were closed, and he says, we need to get him in there now. We got to go.
Wow.
And then I kind of lose awareness of what's going on again. And next thing you know, I'm on the CAT scan table because they have to see what kind of stroke I'm having. And I couldn't lie down. The pain was so bad, and the urge to vomit, of which I have nothing left in my stomach, was so intense. I couldn't even lay down for that. So I finally got a moment where I'm like, I can do this. And they press the button, and I start to move in the machine, and I just couldn't do it. I crawled out of the machine to vomit again, and I'm just apologizing to these poor ladies.
Can't you vomit on the machine? I mean, surely that's happened.
You're lying down, Elvis, so if you vomit, it just goes right back in your face.
So it's you that you're concerned about, not the machine.
No, I don't care about anything at this point.
All right.
So the doctor comes in and says, we really need to do this test. Please let us give you a shot of morphine. And so they did, and I instantly just lost every sort of sense. And then the next thing I remember her saying is, okay, you have blood on your brain, and you need to go to another hospital. So then next thing I know, I'm in another ambulance, and I just remember bits and pieces. And apparently I just kept asking, where am I? Like, what hospital am I in? And then have you talked to Elvis? Because I had woken up, and my parents, Heather, had called my parents at like midnight, and this apparently is a common occurrence for me to be in ill health, because Heather says, he just had a stroke. You probably should get here. And my mom goes, okay, we'll be there as soon as we can.
I already have a backpack.
She has a backpack. So
Mom has a bag in the pack. I remember packed in the trunk.
Waking up and seeing my parents, I'm like, I'm sorry, because I keep putting them through stuff like this. And
is that the morning you called me?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember that phone call?
No, I the only thing I remember is you saying, I love you, my sweetheart. And
you don't have to tell everyone that. That's between us.
No, they need to know.
I mean, I didn't say I love you.
Because everybody, Heather, my parents, you, everybody here has just been so great, and I didn't want to die. And I'm sorry I'm crying right now. I'm really emotional.
So that morning, I get out of the shower, and my phone's ringing, and it's Heather. And, of course, I expect the worst. Hello? And but when I picked it up, it was your phone, but it was Heather on the phone. And I heard her voice. She said, Elvis, it's Heather. I didn't know what she's going to tell me. She says, Nate had a stroke. He wants to talk to you. And I said, well, shouldn't he just continue his stroke and get back to me when he's okay?
Yeah.
He wants to talk to you. So the first thing Nate said to me was, I don't know if I'm ever going to see you again. Oh. I had a stroke last night. I'm in the hospital, and he said, you said I don't feel good about this, is what you said.
Yeah.
And then we talked for a few minutes, and I said, look, go get your rest. You're going to be fine, right? And then, of course, we talked to all of our favorite doctors. Dr. Oz got involved. He said the physician you already had was one of the best. Mm-hmm. And they told me the next day or the day after, they said that you should not have made it. They said that it was the perfect storm. You were in good health. Yeah. You were lying down in the right position on the way in. Mm-hmm. They took good care of you. Everything that could have helped you live went into place. Yeah. So you didn't die. You were supposed to die that morning.
I was. I saw the doctor for a follow-up this past Friday, and he said you are he used 3 veries, very, very, very lucky. The type of bleed I had and the amount of blood, he goes, was the worst case scenario.
Right.
And I shouldn't be here.
But you are.
I know. And I'm so happy.
So eat your banana.
I'm going to.
You can't get rid of us, Nate.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You can't get rid of us. We won't go away.
I tell you, if you've never gone through something like this, I hope you never do, but I hope you have the realization about how great life is.
Yep.
That comes with going through and living through something like this.
Please don't say that now, and then a week from now, you're going to be your old, jaded a-hole self.
No,
all right. Because we all should learn from this.
Yeah.
Now, but we need we need a little closure. It's really not about you anymore. It's about us.
Good. I hope so.
What, in a nutshell, what happened to you, and where did it go? Because I'm not feeling like we know exactly 100% everything that's going on with you.
I would actually love to have my doctor on tomorrow to kind of explain this a little bit better, because I'm just giving you the layman's version of it.
That'll do fine.
I had a subarachnoid hemorrhage, which it's basically blood goes into the space surrounding your brain and puts intense pressure on it. And 25% or 10 to 15% of the people that have it don't last 15 minutes. They die in that span of time. 25% of the people who have this die within an hour. And 50%, depending on the study you look at, die within a week. And so it can happen because of an aneurysm in your brain. It can happen because of malformed veins, as I've come to learn. And I think I'm explaining that correctly.
And I think that's what you have, right?
I have...
It's like a raspberry in your head.
Kind of. I have malformed veins, but with my hemorrhage, they can't find the cause, which happens in a certain percentage, a very small percentage of people. And the people that do survive generally have a very good prognosis. They don't have another bleed. So the good news is that based on the past and other cases, this probably won't happen to me again.
So it'll be like a bus, a city bus that runs you down.
Yeah.
It will not be a brain hemorrhage. Well, no, so the reason we'll just keep him out of the street.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's good news.
That's good news.
But at the same time, when you left the hospital, did you feel like you were sort of living in this ticking time bomb world where you're like, oh my God, if something does happen to me, there's no one here?
I feel like that this moment, this instant.
Right.
And that is why I want to do everything I can in my life as fast as I can, because I don't know when I'm not going to have it anymore. And I hope everybody lives their life like that. I know a lot of people can't. But for me, I went from having a stroke last year to heart surgery to another stroke this 4 weeks ago. I am 3-0 against death. I'm 3-0 on life right now. And it took me a while to realize how lucky, incredibly lucky I am. And Heather said it best. She goes, you are the luckiest, unlucky person ever to have these things happen to you and to still be the way that you are. And I think this has given me the appreciation for life that I needed. So
then give me the short checklist so far of what's different in your life. What are you approaching differently now?
I'm taking it easy right now. Mm-hmm. And as the doctor said, take it easy. But I want to do all the things I haven't done and the things I've dreamed about in my life.
Dress in women's clothing.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do that. I actually, you know what? I'll put that on the list.
Okay.
And
it's so fun.
I really want to experience all the things that I haven't. I want to travel more. I want to be more connected to people like you guys here. I want to be more connected to my family and my friends and the people that I haven't met yet that may be friends in the future. And I'm so damn happy to be alive. And I hope everybody realizes that, and I hope you don't have to go through what I had to go through to realize it.
So the question is, why are the rest of us waiting to have a stroke? Why are the rest of us waiting for devastation to occur to ourselves in order to have a lucky chance to do it again and then get it right? Why not just do it anyway? Why not be like me, the perfect picture of health?
Nate and I were talking about that, by the way.
Why? Seriously, look how lucky you are health-wise. You may not be in the best of shape, but wherever you're sitting right now, think about how you could be approaching life without having to go through what Nate went through.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What?
Nate and I were talking about that. We were like, Nate and I don't drink. Nate and I don't really do anything. And Nate's like, we're the two people that have the brain injuries. And here's Elvis over here who does anything and everything he wants to do. And he's living just fine. I'm like, wait a second, we're doing this all wrong.
I'm watching my brain cell tank just going empty.
It's like osmosis, like reverse. I'm sucking up all the bad from your body.
Oh, don't blame this on me. Don't you hang your stroke on me. Eat your banana.
By the way, I think it is time to break now. now, if I remember.
Yeah, that's not. You know what?
You're
Sorry.
not in charge right now.
I'm okay with that.
Froggy,
I love you.
what are you
You
upset
need
about?
to relax.
Well, I had brain issues, and Nate, I don't understand. Why isn't your head shaved?
Luckily, they didn't have to do that.
I mean, you look way better than I did when I got out of brain surgery.
The doctor actually said that. He goes, I don't want to have to put a drain in. It'd be a shame to have to shave this beautiful head of hair.
Yeah, they didn't have much to shave on mine. There was much less.
But wasn't there a chance at one point they needed to open up to relieve pressure and stuff?
Yeah, they were thinking about it because there was, like I said, he said it was just and he can explain this. He said it was the worst case scenario, is the worst kind of bleed because it was just everywhere in my brain.
Did they mount you?
No, excuse
What?
me.
Wait, well, did they mount you for the halo? Because like before I went in, they went ahead, they measured me up and mounted me for the halo. So if something went wrong, I was already ready to go.
They may have. I was out of it for
Froggy, you don't know it. You don't see what we see. We always see a halo above your head, no matter where you
sure thing.
A quick call from Kristen. Kristen, say good morning to
Nate. Good morning, Nate.
Yeah, his name
My
is
name's
Nate. Go
Kristen.
right ahead. What?
Yeah. Good morning, Nate. My name's Kristen from Miami, Florida. I'm actually a PA, so I understand everything you said. It made me cry, and I just wanted to say I'm grateful for you, thankful that you're healthy and back and doing better, because it truly is a miracle and amazing. And
Yeah, and
just wanted to say I'm grateful that you're back.
Are you doing an ugly cry on right now?
Oh, not really. Not now.
Sounds ugly.
Aw.
The reason why I did not say Nate's name is because I almost started crying. It's not because I forgot his name. I do have that brain cell left. but Kristen, I mean, my question is to you and to everyone listening right now. Why do we wait until we have a stroke in order to figure out what life is and how we should approach it?
You know, Elvis, I don't know. I think it's because we're scared, but I guess we all need to realize life is short. So you got to take every day and live it like it's your last.
Yep.
Be kind to somebody today. Hug your loved ones today. I have kids, so, you know, I hug them and kiss them every day like it's going out of style, because you never know. I could walk into a clinic and never see them again. So,
True.
Yep.
All right, Kristen, thank you.
Yeah.
Life is short, but this break is going long.
Yeah.
Look, scare! I can't get this thing. I can't get the hold button. Nate, can you call engineering?
Okay.
Put in a trouble ticket.
Can you just do one thing today?
I will gladly do everything today, but I can't.
We're taking you to lunch today, right?
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, you can eat normal food.
I can eat normal food.
I have an idea. This is great. Okay, we'll be right back after Nate does the Telestrations After Dark commercial.
Yes.